ba'd. All praises and due to Allah, the everlasting, the ever living. We absorbize, we aggrandize the Creator, the heavens and the earth. He neither slumbers, neither sleeps. The all important, worthy of our supplications, worthy of our invocations, worthy of our worship. We send our salutations to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the last and the second prophet. Alhamdulillah, most of us, they have not woken up, they are dead. But we can only show our gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for seeing another day. It is a blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Brothers and sisters, I think this is my part 2, the Halloween pagan origins. And Halloween in Islam, what does should the Muslims celebrate Halloween? I think I've explained it, the part 1, that Halloween is a pagan festival. So there are many misconceptions and misinterpretations about the Halloween. And I will start with the religious festivals, Islamic festivals. The Muslims, they have only 2 festivals, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. There are only 2 celebrations that are based in Islam, the religious ways of our lives. We have only 2 celebrations. There are some who argue that Halloween is a cultural holiday with no religious significance. To understand the issues, we need to look at the origins and the history of the Halloween. The pagan origins of Halloween. Halloween originated as the eve of Samhain. The eve of Samhain, the origins. The celebration marking the beginning of winter and the first day of the new year among ancient pagans of the British Isles. On this occasion, it was believed that supernatural forces gathered together. So they believed it originated pagan British Isles. It originated from the British Isles. So they believed that supernatural forces gathered together, that the barriers between the supernatural and the human worlds were broken. Between the supernatural and the human world, the barriers were broken. And they believed that the spirits from the other worlds, such as the souls of the dead, were able to visit the earth during this time, roam about. So they believed that when the barrier of the living and the barrier of the dead, they were broken, the dead spirit, they used to visit the world. They used to visit the world. And Samhain celebrated a joint festival for the sun god, the Lord of the dead. So they were celebrating the festival of the sun god and the Lord of the dead. The Lord of the dead. And as we continue, the sun was thanked for the harvest and moral support requested for the upcoming battle. So they used to celebrate about the harvest, the moral support of the request of the upcoming battle, the battles and wars and everything. So the battle with the winter, the winter. In ancient times, the pagans made sacrifices of animals, crops, in order to please the gods. So they used to sacrifice animals and crops in order to please the gods. And they also believe that on the October 31st, the Lord of the dead gathered all the souls of the people who had died that year. So that day they believe that the God of the dead used to do what? Used to gather the dead, the souls of the dead people who had died that year. So those are the narrations of the pagans, the British idols they used to do. So it's a pagan holiday. The Lord would announce what form they were to take for the next year. So as you can see, the history and we are trying to crystallize everything so that each and every viewer can understand. And the Halloween costumes and everything, the tradition, there's something called trick or treat. Trick or treat. It's something like that. They normally knock on the door. Trick or treat, like something like that. It is widely believed that during the feast of the saints, the peasants went from the house to house asking for money to buy food for the upcoming feast. Additionally, the people dressed in costumes would often play tricks on their neighbors. Those are the tradition of the Halloween. And they used to wear costumes, they used to trick and treat, they used to knock on the door asking for money, and many things. They used to play tricks with the neighbors. And blame for the resulting chaos was placed on the spirits and goblins. So the chaos they used to blame it on the spirits and the goblins. Images of the bats, black cats. These are animals who are believed to communicate with the spirits of the dead. There were various methods of doing this, and many have continued through traditional games, often played at children's parties. So there are many Islamic teachings. Let me discuss about this. Islamic teachings. Virtually all Halloween traditions are based either in ancient pagan. So it's a pagan festival, it's not Islamically. So Islamically we're not supposed to celebrate Halloween because it's a pagan festival. It traces back the medieval era. The pagan British idols, they are the ones who started Halloween. It's not an holiday for God. It's not a festival for the God. As we Muslims, we have the Eid, Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. There are only two festivals that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said they have been ordained to us to celebrate. So Islamically, we are not supposed to do to celebrate such pagan festivals. The guidance of the Quran says that the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. When it is said unto them, come to what Allah has revealed, they say, come to the messenger, come to Allah what is revealed. The messenger of Allah, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is telling them to come to what Allah has revealed to me, He has revealed to you to follow. They say what? Enough of us. Are the ways we found our fathers following? So they follow the customs and the traditions of their forefathers. So they used to tell him, we cannot follow what you are saying, and we cannot follow what is revealed to you, Muhammad. We follow the customs of our forefathers. We follow the tradition of our forefathers. And the Quran continues to say, though their fathers were void of knowledge and guidance. What even if their fathers they had no guidance, void of guidance. They had nothing. They had no guidance. They were lost. You still follow you still follow on that. You still follow that path of the forefathers and everything. And in Surah Al-Hadid, chapter 57, verse 16 says, in the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, has not the time arrived for the believers that their acts in all humility should engage in the remembrance of Allah and of the truth which has been revealed to them. So the truth has been revealed to them is the Quran. So that they should not become like those to whom was given the book aforetime. So they don't become those who are given the book aforetime. Allah is speaking about the Jews and the Jews who are given the books, the Torah, the Zabur, the Injil. They destroyed the books, so they followed their own ways. They left the books, so they followed their own ways. And Allah is mentioning them in the Quran. And but long ages passed over them, and their hearts grew harder. So those are the people who got lost with their beliefs, their paganism, they were polytheists. When guidance came to them, they refused the Quran, the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They refused the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for many among them are rebellious. Amongst the pagans, they are rebellious. Those who refused to follow the guidance, they refused the guidance. So they were rebellious and transgressors. So they were rebellious and transgressors. So Alhamdulillah, Allah says that. May Allah guide all of us, inshallah, so that we don't go off the limits of what Allah has bestowed upon Ummah Muhammad. We keep ourselves limited under the laws of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't go off the limits of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's an article here mentioning about Najd. What is Najd? Najd is a part of Saudi Arabia, a old name of present Riyadh. So the Mindiavo era, it was called Riyadh of the present Saudi Arabia, the city Riyadh. The Mindiavo era was called Najd. Muslim geographers spent a great amount of time deciding the exact boundaries between Hijaz and Najd in particular. So they spend a lot of time, the geographers, to decide the boundaries between Hijaz and Najd. Najd is an island. In English, is an island. So the great fitna will arise from Najd. So because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the narrations, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that the hadith was being quoted by Umar ibn Khattab. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that the narration narrated Abu Huraira, Umar ibn Khattab says that the Prophet said, "Oh Allah, bestow your blessings on our Sham. Oh Allah, bestow your blessings on our Yemen." The people said, and also on our Najd. On our Yemen, the people said, "Oh Allah, Apostle Nabi Muhammad Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also on our Najat. I think the third time the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, there in Najat is the place of earthquakes. Najd. And Najd is the present Riyadh. It's the present Riyadh, and that's where the Halloween was celebrated. Recently, the Prince of Saudi, he orchestrated the celebration of what? Of Halloween. So the great fitna will start from there, Riyadh. The present Najd, the Medieval era was called Najd, but now it's called Riyadh. So the great fitna will come out of Najd. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that, oh Apostle, also bless our Najd. I think the third there comes out the side. Allah, so the Prophet of Allah says that there in Najd is the place of earthquakes and afflictions, and from there comes out the side of the head of Satan. So that Najd, the prophecies of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam pointed east. He pointed east at the narrations. Many scholars he pointed east, saying that the great fitna will arise from Najd, and that is the current city called Riyadh. So the great fitna will arise from there, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all from the fitna, and may Allah guide those who are not Muslims to embrace the religion of Islam. May Allah bless all of you, inshallah. Wabillahi tawfiq. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm just a human being. Allah is complete. I'm not complete. May Allah guide all of you, inshallah.